with all that he contributed to the PDP, he wasn't chosen as the vice presidential candidate. But I'm sure that Wike himself, a matured man, a solicitor for that matter, well educated, and so on and so forth, should know that presidency and vice presidency is not given as a reward. It's not when the party picks the president and the vice president, they want to put their best foot forward. I remember in the days of the UPN, I think it was either Adelabo or Adelakun, who it was said, had told Awolowo that he wondered why, with all he put together, he wasn't a commissioner. And Awolowo had to tell him that, look, in this job that we're doing, you've contributed a lot, but all of us have our different roles. I am glad that Atiku decided not to pick Wike because, to put it bluntly, in my own estimation, he's not vice president material. And the major problem he has is that he's very brash. That is not a minus. He works in some areas, he doesn't work in some other areas. A vice president should be somebody cool, calm, diplomatic. Wike is none of these. I'm saying that it's not a minus. We all have our character, whatever. We all have our various characters that suits various whatever. Yeah. At the time of politics, it's very good, but when it comes to governance, I've seen Wike talk as a governor a few times. I've seen him behave as a governor a few times, and it's not to put him down. I wouldn't want to see my vice president or president doing these things. So we need to be blunt about it and not just dance around the issue and tell Wike supporters, if you have other issues, yes, but don't say, look at what is stated here. It says that in his submission, a Rivers lawmaker, one of his supporters, described Wike as an asset to the PDP. There's no doubt about that. But his major asset to the PDP, I get to, whatever, is funding. But don't let's go there. Okay? And he says that he has been a pillar to the party. Yes, he is the one speaking for the party and he speaks for the interests of the South. Yes, he's done that very well. You will give him that credit. But that role doesn't now fit into that of the vice president or a potential president. That's where the problem lies. And it says that Okowa hosts Southern governors. I don't know. It says Okowa hosts Southern governors across the party. I don't know. If you don't, I don't know all this. Anyway, they put up this argument that I'm sorry, I got the paper got his wires crossed there. They put up this argument that he's been a credit to the party and he must be rewarded. We make so much fun about this Emilokon axis, Emilokon that we have. I'm not really a party to that. I might make all the fun in the world, but I don't think it's the best way to that it is somebody's turn. What it is that we must always put our best foot forward when we are choosing our leaders. It's not everybody that can be a president material or a leader. And we have that defect already across the board in some of the candidates in some of the parties. We have that, and some of us are holding our breath and hoping that at the appropriate time, Nigerians will do the sensible thing. Some of the excuses you see in the social media are very, very worrying. This thing like, okay, yes, he has done so much for the party, we should reward him. Excuse me, the lives of 200 and something million people rely on this one man. And it's not about his love. You don't lead by just loving, you lead by being competent, by having the ability to lead, by having the knowledge, by being able to bolster the confidence of those who are behind you and being able to make a sacrifice. You understand what I'm saying? So it's not a matter of it's my turn. It's no, I don't believe that is my turn. This thing has been turned into a big joke, and fair enough. Even with that argument, it's a bit faulty. When it said it's the Yoruba's turn, it's not the Yoruba's turn. If we're going to do it turn by turn, it will be the turn of the Southeast. And even if we're going to do it by Yoruba, we could have a debate on who is the leader of the Yorubas, but don't let's go there. Don't let's go there, and let's go back to this Wike story before I completely derail. So we should stop having this attitude in politics.
Okay.
That we want to reward somebody, he has been supportive or not. Let us look at people, we look at their temperament, their capabilities, their honesty. These things are very crucial. Their transparency, very, very crucial.
Right. On the YouTube live stream, Victor says, Wike is truly not VP material. He's too brash and he's not diplomatic. Well said, Jimi. Adewale said, thank the Lord for... He's thanking the Lord that he could watch us.
Why?
Harry says, Wike is just worried about retirement. After 2023, he'll become a nobody. That's what Henry Seaboy said.
Well, the politicians have a way of compensating people like Wike, to be honest with you. Yes, he's been a minister before, so it's no big deal to him, and now he's been a governor. But maybe this is the time for him to retire from public whatever and pick up. Well, he can't even be an ambassador. Really.
Yeah.
You see, it is sad, and usually you don't find Nigerians telling the truth about certain things. How many people have been able to tell Wike to his face that, Oga, we like you they try you, but this your anger and chakara is too much. It won't work. Look at the vice president that we have now. Whatever you say about him, you can see the way these things work. Without me running the campaign.
Do you think that Wike can't be handled by the office of the vice president?
Which candidate has ever been handled by the office?
Well, I think that the presidency is different.
No, it's not.
I think that the president himself is being handled. I think the VP can be handled as well.
I don't think so, because the president is not being handled.
I think he's actually been handled.
No. What you have, people appoint advisors and whatever here. They don't listen to the advice. They give them directives.
I think it's different from the office of the president.
I don't think so.
Okay. I mean, for the governors, yes, maybe not. But for the office of the president,
but don't forget,
I honestly do think so.
Let me even defer to your argument. Okay, so you are right. For 1
the sake
minute,
of argument.
For the sake of argument.
Yeah.
A vice president could jolly well become a president one day.
Oh, yes, of course.
And then we have what we call an executive president. So are we going to have a president?
He's still going to be handled.
I don't think so. We don't have that mechanism. Look at if you follow Trump, for example, that America would have been a complete disaster if they didn't have a watertight system. Because that watertight system, first and foremost, it ensures that you are not going to lose your job for doing it.
Right.
Even the Secret Service had to overrule him in a vehicle one day we heard recently, and he was struggling with the steering with them or some funny thing like that. So I'm going to the Capitol and say, no, you are not going there. It won't happen in Nigeria. I've been very close to at least the governor before. Okay. Oh my God. You need to see the way psychophancy will be dripping.
Yes, I agree. For the governors, yes. Yeah, absolutely.
So what's the difference?
But for the office of the president,
no.
I really think that it's a lot different. It's a different ball game entirely.
Well, we have only 30 minutes.
Yes, we do. Honestly. If you've not started watching us online, please go to our social media pages, Facebook, YouTube, Nigeria.
I didn't mean that. I didn't mean that.
No, it's okay now. Let's move. Let's just move on. I like your cap, by the way. Your cap is very.
I thought that you wear a cap today. I wanted to, come on YouTube and see my cap.
Okay, go and watch him on YouTube. Let me know what you think about his cap.
The funny thing is that when you are where it is very, very cold, you got to cover every part, including the head is the first place.
So I was going to ask that, is it the weather or something?
It's the weather.
Okay.
I brought this out of my bottom box.
Yeah. Interesting. Let's go to the Punch. Page 5 of the Punch has a story here that says, Ogun police squeeze popular artist. Portable invite brutalized DJ.
Well, I'm glad that Portable eventually showed up. Apparently it's between him and I think his manager or so. So he showed up. No, between him and his DJ. okay, and he asked his boys to beat up the DJ and so on and so forth. If it wasn't portable, it would be a local fight, what you call two fighting, okay. So, but it was granted bail quickly. I'm glad to hear that. He showed up with his dad and his manager, and the commissioner of police, Larry Bankole, said that since the offense committed is a bailable one, coupled with the strike action embarked by civil servants and so on and so forth, the suspect was released. He has suddenly become suspect. The suspect was released to a reliable shorty who promised to produce him whenever he is needed. So, and meanwhile, the assaulted victim, that's the DJ, has also been invited to come and state his side of the story. Something tells me they'll probably settle this behind the scenes. But Portable needs to be careful. The reason why I'm highlighting this story is not so much this news, but to warn this gentleman called Portable that you need to be very careful. Don't fall victim to fans who keep urging you on to do the wrong things. Play your music. You can have a rustic look. There's nothing wrong with that, but you need to be careful to know what the law says about anything. We are living in a very dangerous world. You now no longer belong to Nigeria. You're a world brand. And therefore, like I said, you can have the rustic look and ever, but you need to tidy up your act. I'm telling you this is the best advice you can get from anybody. Don't be deceived by fans who urge you on. Don't be deceived. It's easy to urge people on and advise them to do the wrong things because they are not going to carry the can.
No, they're not.
When the whatever hits the fan. So I wish you all the best, Portable. What's his real name now? Zazu or whatever it is.
That's not the real name.
Okay. but at least I can call his name is his real name is Habib.
Okay.
Okikiola Habib. Sure you they hear me? Some of these things, be very careful. This one way they go smoke for UK and everything, they put out for Instagram. You better just be careful. Play your music, okay? Have your rustic look. By the way, if you get small money, go and get an identity manager, somebody, an image maker who can brush you up, okay? If you want, come see me, I go tell you what you go do. Let me help him.
Correct. I like that. I like the sound of that.
You like the sound of that? No, I need to talk to him in the language that he understands. I will help him. I will show him the road. We were in Kalakuta for so long, so we know the way. People don't understand Fela. They never did. I remember they never understood Fela. And some of these younger people believed that Fela was a ruffian and a riffraff. He wasn't. If you look at a lot of the trouble Fela got into was for fighting for the masses, not being a public nuisance. Okay? The early cases, of course, had to do with the girls. Yes, that's a minus. Agreed. But a lot of the trouble he got into had to do with fighting for the masses. And he told me himself, when he came back from jail, said, I'm not going to go that place again, that he misunderstood the power of those who are his followers. And that he thought that when he raised his hands when he came out of the court, there would be trouble. So even those who are living with me here, they did the black power sign with one hand and used the left hand to cover it in case police is looking. So I need, if anybody can get this young man, I need to talk to him.
Okay. On your program?
No. I mean, talk to him. Yeah, why not? It'd be nice.
I think it'll be great.
It'd be great. I mean, go wow. I like such challenges. It tickles me. In fact, I'm inviting him now.
Open invitation.
So
Zazuze.
Everybody do Zazu. Let's go and dance. And I can beat him at that dance.
Excuse me.
Yes, at a higher speed.
Excuse me.
Don't joke rope a dope. Don't joke with my legs.
You think this is 1960? Rope a dope.
Don't call my ancestor. This rope a dope bad message.
Oh my God. That's the funniest thing ever.
Oh dear me.
Oh boy. People are really in love with your cap, by the way.
They have to.
They're calling it so many names: Panama, Bentigo.
This one is not
CJN cap.
No.
Oh boy. All right. Let's just go to page 8 of. This story broke yesterday and it's been trending, still trending. Funke Akindele silent as husband announces separation.
Well, this is one of the sad things of life. But the good thing is that they've separated, they've gone their ways. So far, nothing like anything like domestic violence or whatever. My advice to the two of them is make up your minds what you want to do. And those who separate, keep the public out of it. Okay? People, I don't know why the gentleman had to go to Instagram to announce his separation. It won't do you any good. What he will do, rumors and all kinds of things, bloggers, everybody will put their mouths in, put their mouths in things that really shouldn't concern them. Keep it quiet. If you want to divorce the woman, quietly wait for 3 years. After 3 years, go to court and get it all wiped out and do it quietly. The same applies to Funke Akindele, because the two of you have a future, with or without yourselves. And this idea, I'm not going to be somebody who will say that try and come back. If you can't, fair enough. The world has gone beyond all that now. But please stay out of the media. Okay, stay out of the media. I hope this will be the last of such announcements, telling them this was what happened and that was what happened. It's not going to do you any good. It wasn't the media that brought you together. Okay, and if you want your peace and you want to move on, this is what my advice would be. The same thing would also apply to Funke Akindele, who has a higher responsibility because he's a bigger brand. Whether you like it or not, she's brand ambassador to certain things. Just stay quiet and then let everybody, find a way.
So, can I say something?
You are the anchor of the show now. What's on? I'm a visitor here.
Yeah.
Which kind of politics is that? that is Yoruba. That's where Yoruba people behave. That's Yoruba. Can I say something?
See, because this is not supposed to be a controversial subject.
No, it's not.
But it's been turned into don't marry a successful woman if you're a man.
No,
I'm telling you, that's the conversation out there now, even from supposedly enlightened people.
So are we saying that men would not want their wives to be successful?
To be successful, and someone even saying that, see, if you're a husband, if your wife is something, you have to strive to have more wealth than your wife. You have to strive to. I
will use the words. I will use the words of Charlie Boy. Them be picking. Them be picking. You see, because they don't know what life is all about.
They have no idea.
Marriage is not a competition between the husband and wife.
Why?
But it shows you how degenerate our society is getting. Why should you be concerned about the measurement of your wife's success? It should be a joint thing. You should be happy that you're both moving up.
They said when women are richer than their husband, they take over the home.
Such people mark them down.
Such people
mark them down. They will stifle their spouses. That's what it means. They will do anything to stop their spouses by being grumpy, by nagging, and she has to go for meetings. You're nagging. Look, and then there's one thing about life that you don't know. The tables can turn at any time. If you have a partner who you don't allow to grow, your life could depend on that partner at some point. We don't pray that it happens, but it could always happen.
At some point, yes.
And then aside from that, I can't marry a woman who doesn't have an aspiration to be successful. How come I don't see me long?
Do you understand?
No. I'm proud out there to look out and say, yes, this is what my wife is doing. Don't ask me what my wife is because I won't tell you. I keep my private life to myself.
Why are you always suspicious of? I've not even said anything.
As soon as I got to this Nigeria info, after 1 week, my ancestors were telling me at home that sure I forgot. When I went to Rioki and I went to SAT, said, Ebami Dawo, can you tell me what kind of man? Today's Friday, let's enjoy ourselves.
Today's Friday, man.
Today's Friday.
But I'm also concerned about why he came out if I know Funke very well, she has never addressed all this time that you find controversies around.
Well, it just
her.
shows that
She never addressed it publicly.
She might be the more mature of the two. That's why we hadn't even had this conversation before I said that. I don't know why the guy put it on his. Maybe his ego was bruised because probably she owned the house, and she told him to pack out. He himself said it, and it was quite unnecessary. It's nobody's business. If she told you to pack out, you've packed out. Go about your business. It's nobody's business what happens to what you have done is to put yourself in the hands of mischief makers. I remember when I always we were dating again. It's going to kill me. When he set up Prime People, and it was like some kind of gossip thing, and then we were both reviewing things, and he said, "Look, the moment you go out to the media and put your personal life when it's going on well, and put even when it's going on well, and put your personal life out in the media like people do, celebrating this and that and making so much noise, you have invited people into your personal. That's why I don't talk about my private life. My daughters, that people tend to know, it's their own doing. You understand? They love it, but people don't know much. They always say we don't know much about your personal life. What's your business? I'm not a public officer. I'm just a journalist who wants to earn his daily bread. So I don't know why he's doing this. He's going to provide entertainment for people who are interested in such things. There was no need for him to go on his Instagram page and start talking about how he has moved out and he has done this and he has done that. You might as well take it to whom it may concern advert, full page. I mean, if you have a joint bank account, write a letter to the bank.
You have joint businesses that you still need to say.
But
I mean, the way this one how does that affect us now?
If you get joint account with this
what do you have?
Mama says
how much straight? Well, we wish them best of luck, the two of them.
I wish them best of luck, and the children, I hope they will both agree to be matured, and if they would come back, fair enough. But please, nobody should pressurize them into coming together again if they feel so inclined to stay apart. I'm of that school now. Live and let live. Yeah. Don't want any...
Absolutely.
Live and let live.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Let's take this story. It's on the editorial page. The Ekweremadu's plight.
I just wish this didn't happen, but we have to take it all the same. Okay, the Ekweremadu's plight. I mean, so we don't need to go into all that. Yeah. Let's just read the 2 or 3 interesting chapters here. It says, we must state, however, that incidents happening to a man of the political visibility of an Ekweremadu send mixed signals to the world. How is it that such a man that has been at the apex of the legislative body and who started off from his state as a political office holder down to the Senate trusts the health facilities of a foreign country for the health of his doctor? I would say it is a personal choice, and if he can afford it, so be it. I don't hold him for that in any way. And so they want to align it with the whatever of our health sector. And also remember, in any case, he's not even been found guilty. But this other paragraph, you need to listen to this. While we await the justice system of both countries, we don't want the legalese of the situation to blind our humanity. The couple was desperate to save their child and might have erred. The supposed donor might still have to be interrogated, given revelations about his declared and actual ages and contradictions of his status as a homeless orphan, given allegations and documents being produced by the NIS. We wish to plead for caution with the society's lynch mob in dabbling into such matters and drawing conclusions based on rumors and other human variables. They also say, but the National Assembly should not, in an attempt to protect a member, present the country as a lawless institution. Present the country as a lawless institution. If truly a delegation of senators was sent to London for this case, we consider that as trivializing the case in an internet and communication age. Communication with embassies and governments is very easy if the intention is to plead that justice be done. That's the only thing you can say anyway. We expect that they understand that justice neither sees faces nor status. What we all plead for is a fair trial, but a compassionate reminder that a life is at stake and everything legally possible must be done to save and protect the innocent child. Now, I don't know which of the two children she's referring to, whether it's the boy or the girl.
I don't know. I don't know, but I quite agree completely with his commentary.
Yes.
It's spot on. It's just spot on. It's spot on. I think we should allow the authorities to follow the process.
They're supposed to go this morning, right?
Yesterday. They were supposed to appear yesterday for bail hearing, but
No, I'm talking of the legislators now.
I think it's
to
today.
London today.
Yeah, today.
They'll
today.
probably be at the airport now.
Today.
They'll go with Faji.
Okay. This is how far we can go. What's coming up at 9?
Okay, at 9, you know this Ekweremadu case, we couldn't have our business studies, last week, so we'll continue. I hope Mrs. Famuroti is here. But let me quickly do some quick commercial here. Kola Abiola is 60 today, and he'll be my guest tomorrow, 9 o'clock.
Okay, fantastic. Thank you so much.
In this station.
On this dial.
Is it on or in?
Both. Inside, you'll be in here, but on the dial for people listening.
So I should say in on this station.
Kalaviola will be here 9 o'clock tomorrow, right?
9 o'clock tomorrow.
Okay, right. We have to go. Thank you, Lagos. Let's bring you the news. After the news, we talk about the 100 naira additional charge on BRT. Let's hear your thought on that, Lagos. Let's talk.
You could be 4 debates away from 1 million naira.
Good day, honorable judges, are ever attentive audience.
That's the moderator.
Co-debater. We've crowned 3 I Beg to Differ debate champions.
My name is Tanvita Kaushik.
I'm Ruto Kocho.
My name is Bawadesa.
And if you want to be the 4th,
in fact, it even gives you a new global perspective.
the West
Since 1998
begins
During the 2015 election.
now. The auditions for the next I Beg to Differ debate tournament are on. It's open to all secondary school students in Lagos, aged between 12 and 16. Just go to www.nigeriainfo.fm and click on I Beg to Differ and follow the instructions. Auditions close 3 p.m. July 12th, 2022.
99.3 Nigeria Info. We are more than just radio. Subscribe to our YouTube channel at Nigeria Info FM. Check us out on Facebook at Nigeria Info 99.3. Follow us on Twitter at Nigeria Info FM and on Instagram at Nigeria Info FM Lagos for live updates as it happens. 99.3 Nigeria Info. Let's talk. 99.3 Nigeria Info. We are more than just radio. Subscribe to our YouTube channel at Nigeria Info FM. Check us out on Facebook at Nigeria Info 99.3. Follow us on Twitter at Nigeria Info FM and on Instagram at Nigeria Info FM Lagos for live updates as it happens. 99.3 Nigeria Info. Let's talk. 99.3 Nigeria Info. We are more than just radio. Subscribe to our YouTube channel at Nigeria Info FM. Check us out on Facebook at Nigeria